Is there half question? Half question.
What is the difference between the balloons going up and the breathless?
I have a question. It's okay. I have half a question. My question is, if the mind is projecting on the object of the senses, what about the mind itself? Is consciousness itself a projection of something? So if there is the assumption of some self-existent consciousness, then consciousness itself must be a projection.
Yes, it's,
And
how does the consciousness appear to you?
it appears to me like little tiny golden circles floating in the air, as if the air itself was a huge ocean of tiny golden circles. And then it appears as completely translucent, but I'm always aware of it, so something's projecting it.
So it is form?
Is consciousness itself a false projection?
It's a golden circle. It has form, color.
Very tiny, very.
Your consciousness is color, form,
Millions and millions
shape.
of tiny golden circles floating in the air.
So your consciousness is material, form, because it is color, shape.
I don't know what that is. I only see it for a second and then it goes away. Otherwise, I have awareness. I wonder if awareness itself is a projection.
Is kaka consciousness? Is kaka consciousness or not?
Labeling it, yes.
Your answer to my question. Is kaka?
If you label it as kaka,
You just answer. Don't explain. You just answer my question. Is kaka your consciousness or not?
no,
Why?
because it's not mind.
Why it's not mind? Why it's not mind?
Because you can't feel mind.
You
And I've changed enough diapers to know.
You can see that. You can see the mind.
You can't feel mind,
Nobody can see the mind.
but you can feel
Nobody
kaka
can read the mind.
and smell it.
Nobody can read the mind. You can read your mind. You can see your mind.
See it,
No,
feel it.
neither you see your mind, nor other people see your mind.
You feel you're aware.
Huh?
You feel that you are aware, and you feel kinds of mind. You feel sadness, you feel anger, you feel some tension arising. You feel different types of consciousness.
So you said kaka is not mind. Yeah? Kaka is not mind.
According to what you said last night, any material thing that appears to the senses is actually mind.
Kaka is not mind. Okay.
Why?
Why? It's kaka is not mind. It's gold mind. It's gold is your mind. You said something around gold. So is the gold your mind?
The awareness of color?
So the gold is your mind. Why kaka cannot be your mind?
I don't know the answer.
Huh?
I do not know the answer.
You said your consciousness is a gold coin. Yeah. So your conscience is gold coin. Yeah, your conscience is gold coin.
Gold's
Always gold coin, no, not caca. Sometimes it doesn't become caca. I'm joking. So what happened to gold coin?
Rinpoche,
Your conscience is the gold coin?
Rinpoche, I didn't say gold coins. I said it appears as tiny golden circles, like tiny golden molecules.
So
Just
your
for a
conscience
second.
appears to you golden coin.
Okay.
What? Isn't that what you're saying?
I think I better put on my glasses so I can follow what you're saying.
Huh? Yeah, golden circle, round gold. Is that right? This might be your conscience. Look, this might be your conscience. This might be. Golden coin? Why not this? Yeah. Your conscience is sound. Is that sound? Your consciousness is golden coin. I mean the round. You invest the round, but it's golden coin, right?
Consciousness can't have a shape.
What? So, so is your consciousness also sound? Sound, taste, tangible object. Your conscience sweet, chili,
Consciousness can't be a
hot
field of
chili.
the aggregates.
Is your conscience hot
Consciousness
chili?
cannot be a field of the aggregates.
Huh?
Consciousness cannot be the field of the aggregates itself. It's separate from the field of the aggregate. You can't say that consciousness is taste.
Consciousness
touch,
is
or
not
sound, or
consciousness is not the aggregates, but the round gold, round golden coin. Yeah. Yeah. So what is consciousness? What is consciousness?
But consciousness appears to awareness. And I'm asking if that awareness itself is a projection of mind, is a projection?
So
what lies behind that?
That's why I asked, does consciousness, that's why I asked, how does consciousness appear to you? Is the consciousness, the consciousness do not come from mind, body and mind, do not come from mind. Do not come from mind, body and mind.
We're distinguishing between, if we distinguish between subtle consciousness and gross consciousness, we would say that gross consciousness of the senses does come from the body and the physical mind, but the subtle consciousness does not. Is that correct? The subtle consciousness that continues from one life to another cannot be dependent upon the body.
Gross came from the mind, body. You see? Gross consciousness came from the body.
Yes, because you can't have gross consciousness without the senses.
So the mind
come from the body.
So the mind comes from the body. Mind comes from the body.
Depends on what level of mind
So
you're talking about.
The body causes body becomes a principal cause of the mind. Is the body which is form, shape, physical form, shape, color, and that mind which is colorless, shapeless, formless. So does it become main cause as Nyelin, or the principal cause of the mind? Does it become the principal cause of the mind? Yeah.
Are you saying that the subtle mind is that
I'm not talking
continues
about
from one
yeah,
life to another
it's same.
is the principal cause of the gross mind? Of the body? The gross consciousness level?
Anyways, same. Is the body?
Yeah.
Is the body main cause of the mind? I'm just asking the question. How does the body is the main become the main cause of the mind? That's a huge question. So reincarnation, what is reincarnation? The body is not the main cause. Body is not the main cause of the mind. Body causes, like present body is the main cause of the next present second body is the main cause of the next second body. So today's body is the main cause of the tomorrow's body. Then this our body is next our principal main cause of the next our body. So it goes like that. So the mind, main cause of the mind has to be, body has to be which is formless, colorless, shapeless. Main cause of the mind has to be like that. Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
That's the big thing. In the West, what is the explanation of the main cause of the mind? Main cause of the mind. They say it's a body. So brain is body, physical body. And then they accept the mind is colorless, shapeless, formless, or not.
There's not a good understanding in the West of mind. It's not a clear, unified understanding of mind. So there isn't a good understanding of mind in the West. There's different ideas. A lot of scientists will hold the belief that only things that are objectively measurable have any significance. And so mind becomes something that they label a epiphenomena, some kind of thing that comes on the side that they don't really think too much about because it doesn't fit in their concept of materiality. So there's not a really good, solid...
not clear explanation of the...
No.
That it's colorless, shapeless, formless. Yeah. But they regard the mind as like electricity. I don't mean hot, but it's waves, like that, waves. What the mind is not clear, but it's sort of waves. I guess waves, which is the power. I think it means. Is that right? Waves?
Some kinds of experience are linked to electrical changes. Yeah, some kinds of experience.
So. And the brain, what is the source of brain?
The body.
Huh?
It's part of body.
Source of the brain.
Yeah, the body. Part of the body.
Father's body.
Part of this body.
And source of the body.
Mother, father, then food, air.
But source of way back. What I mean, source is way back.
Before this body.
Very first. The very first one.
So there's a notion of evolution, that different life forms lead into other life forms over millions of years. So it's hard to say what is the first human being.
The very beginning. Does it have beginning or not?
On this planet? Yes.
The normal thing, sperm and egg meet. But what about there's the very first one? Very first. There's the beginning of the world. There's the beginning of this world. So this sperm and egg meeting, that's the very beginning. That's very first on this earth. That's very first. What about that? Where'd it come from?
We weren't there.
If you bring God, it's another thing. If you bring God, it's another thing. That's another thing. It's we truly believe.
From a Western perspective, Western scientific perspective, we weren't there to observe.
Scientists believe God or not?
No.
Huh?
Generally not.
I don't think so.
No,
Scientists
no.
because it has to be something supposed to prove
Material.
that.
Scientists like material, like physical. They only think about physical things. They have a hard time thinking beyond physical.
But English is scientists. There may be scientists who believe God. Maybe I don't know. Majority of scientists, I don't know much, but I don't think they believe. So that's the true religion. That's another thing. That's another thing. You just talking about science. So this world has beginning. When it evolved, and so then birth, they say, egg and the sperm meet, the first one. So where it came from? Yeah. So that's the first one. That's the first one happened on the earth. So how that happened? Where did it come from?
They don't really know.
Then Kastura You see, then egg and the sperm meet. But then you see the first one. Then you have to talk about where the egg sperm meet, first time meet, and where the body, how the body came in evolution. First time sperm, first time egg, the body, where it come from. Both sperm egg meeting together is the first time. So they came from the body. So where the body came from?
Rinpoche, I think that I'm back here. I think that the Western world scientists would suggest from recent experiments that perhaps the Earth began from a boson imploding. But as far as the mind goes, I think, as far as God goes, Daddy is a scientist and he believes in God. He thinks it's some weird electrical stuff. But anyway, the mind, I think, is like those waves you were describing. At least the articles that I tend to read, I mean, they think it's in the brain, of course, so it came from body, and it's in the brain, and they look at the mind, different parts of the brain that do different things, remember, be creative, do math, and they've identified all the different parts of the brain, but what they haven't identified is what is the mind and what is consciousness. And I think that they kind of like can't even begin to grasp it because they're looking for something physical.
Can you repeat? At the essence. Yeah. So evolution, from where the sperm came from the body, where the egg came from the body. So how the body happened, where the body came from. You see, okay. All right. Yes, mind is I've got your name, Windy. Mind came from mind. Mind is merely labeled by the mind. Where's everything merely labeled by mind? So mind is merely labeled by mind. So that's one. So happy mind and unhappy mind came from the karma.
So Rinpoche.
Happy mind and unhappy mind came from karma. So karma is mind, body and mind.
So you would say, if mind is merely labeled by the mind.
Yes.
You would say that consciousness is merely labeled by consciousness.
You are merely labeled by mind.
One thing I'm confused about.
So the real windy is hallucination.
Okay, is mind and consciousness one thing or two things? Are we talking about one thing or two things?
What?
Is mind and consciousness the same thing, one thing,
when you think
or two
mind,
things? Or what are we talking about?
Just example, simple. When you think mind is merely labeled by your mind. At that time, merely labeled by the mind.
Consciousness.
When you think of mind, my mind is happy, mind is not happy. That's a merely labeled by mind. Yes. That time. Yes. So something you don't like happened. So my mind is unhappy. Something happened, they don't like. Oh, my mind is happy. You label. Okay. So.
What is Rigpa?
Rigpa is knowing phenomena.
Is that awareness?
Sometimes it's translated knower, Rigpa. Knower, but it's wrong. Rigpa said, if it's a knower, it's a person. So you must say known phenomena. Phenomena which has the function knowing, Rigpa. Then knowers and Rigpa Po, the person. So there's something.
Is that the same as the discriminating factor of consciousness?
This is just the mind itself, Rigpa, knowing phenomena itself. Then within that, details, cognition, discrimination, or discrimination, or cognition, as a cognition, the cognition or recognition of the, I translate that way.
Okay.
Tibetan. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to you. Yeah. All right. All right. I do that. I try to finish the room. Otherwise, this before finishing the 11th path to enlightenment, then this room also goes next year. And the double room. Next year, double room. Then triple room. The scientists, you see, when they start to discover, some scientists, some intelligent ones to discover one day, life after this, continuation of consciousness, continuation of this personal mind, continuation of that, even separated from this body, there's a continuation of the mind. When the intelligent scientists with a lot of merit start to discover, then they were very, very interesting. Very interesting. And then intermediate stage being, intermediate stage being is brain or not. The same as human brain. Human head, brain. Do they have? They don't have this. They don't have human. 1 second they can go to Tibet, or Africa. There's no resistance. Mountains, a house. So then you recognize intimacy. So in the Poa, they're introducing intimate stage. That you are intimate stage. You are born intimate stage. Before doing Poa, introducing the person who died, they're introducing the dead person in the intimate stage. You see, when you normally when you talk or do things to the family, you respond. Yes or not, when they respond. But that time, no response. So that's sign of intermediate stage. So that do things. Then, second you can be Tibet or anywhere, just like that. Then no resistance through the windows and through the mountain. No resistance. So do that brain. Yeah. So as I mentioned to you, in the my guru Gepjason was a sole person without head in Tibet. And then the great Kundang Kunchok Tibet said in the teaching, he saw an Ando without head, living, not dead, living. It's possible, you see, some Western people might say, oh, these lamas hallucinate, or they are hallucination. They are hallucinate, you see, like taking drug or LSD or something, you see, hallucinate. These true lamas hallucinate. There's no such thing. So some Western people might say that, you see, some Western people might say that. Hallucinate. These true lamas. Maybe they've taken drugs or some, you see? So that's then you see, anything that scientists doesn't know, Western scientists hasn't proved, doesn't know, or hallucination. Or next life is hallucination. Past life is an hallucination. You know? Then everything becomes according to that man's answer. Anything scientists doesn't know, hallucination. Enlightenment, hallucination. Hell is hallucination. And then I'm saying, so they can say, then among the scientists, also there's different. Among the scientists, there are scientists who are top intelligence, and they have a different view. Some scientists, they are very sharp, very high, more subtle also discovery or things. Then normal scientists have a, kind of same sort of growth. They're among the scientists, I'm sure they're in subtle points, they're different. I don't know, in New Zealand, what's his name? New Zealand, this, Richard Fall. So, can you say what I was explained? Yes, but something about brain he discovered.
He discovered that the brain makes stem cells 24 hours a day, that the brain is constantly regenerating itself.
Better to use...
He discovered that the brain makes stem cells 24 hours a day and that the brain is constantly regenerating itself.
Yeah, that's what he discovered. So he wanted to, well, this is not other scientists they discovered. So he discovered this. So he came to America. So a long time, the ordinary, do you say doctor or scientist? Scientist. So the common could not accept, because they believe in that. So common they could not. It took a long time to accept. So then he gave a talk. Then later, after I don't know how long, after 1 year or some, so then they accept his view. Then they accept, because that's what everybody believes. Or, you see, everybody believes what the opposite. No, So he explained. Then after some time, then discovered. Then they accept what he discovered. Or then, because then, that's I think sort of subtle discovery or some high discovery. Then he, after Geshe-la and Zentragate Center, she is the director of Zentragate Center. So after Geshe-la spoke about the mind, then he accepted. He was there. He gave talk. After Geshe-la spoke about mind and then Dharma, the Lord, then he accepted that. But this is after he went to America and all that. So then I thought it would be very good to meet His Holiness, to contact His Holiness, and for him to together to. Anyway, His Holiness coming through New Zealand.
You're from Shay, and His Holiness is going to meet him in June.
Huh?
June next year, His Holiness has agreed to speak with Richard
And
meet.
oh, I see. Very good. Good. Great. Yes. Yeah, that's very good. So like that. So I think among the scientists there will be different views. So that's one thing. That is one thing to think. Even among them there will be different views. So it's just like among the Buddhists, there's four philosophers, Buddhist philosophers. Bachibendhu, Sutantra, Chittamantra, the Madhyamika, so like that. Within the Buddhists. So I think they were different views. So that. But anyway, sooner, after some time, some scientists, some high intelligent, with a lot of merit, then we had to discover that continuation of mind after the mind separated from the body. There's a continuation of mind, and there's a continuation of mind before the conception. So then, I think once a very important scientist, very famous, very important scientist discover this, announce, then it will be incredible shock, unbelievable. That will be like lightning. It will be like sunshine. How do you say sunshine? It will, sunshine. Not in the Western society. Individual people know, even remember past future life. Remember future life of the KC future life. So individually, but Western society, government, Western society, then it's unbelievable discovery. But should know there's a continuation of consciousness life before this, and there will be a continuation of consciousness life after that past future life. Then I think what decides past future? What decides future lives? You get always born as human being. In Tibet, we went the Pandalamo Lake that predicts to most people day and night. Some people cannot see with publicly. This water which Serame, was Rinpoche. He lives in Mongolia. So his guru is I think we actualized only being Denver robes and Chuba. He was in the army, but he teaches Dharma to his students, things like that. And anyway, he came there to find out the past life. So he was I don't know, he was attendant or I'm not sure. A past life. So he came to Lama Lake to find out, to ask questions about the incarnation. So he came with people. That time, there's a lot of people. So he never saw anything. Didn't get answer to his question. Then he himself alone stayed at night time. Then show very clearly the lake. The incarnation was born in the Markham, in Tibet, Markham, this is one area, Markham, where Lama Juba, who did 3-year Guya Samaji retreat to Ishida, is the same home. So Markham, so incarnation, he could see the incarnation running around, and at the same time, the protector, local protector, Markham, the local protector was also running after him, after the incarnation, the baby running. So he was also running after that. So this present life was Rinpoche's teacher, whom I met in Tibet under Rinpoche. He's the one who gave me the Lama Tsongkhapa relics. They're quite big watch. I think maybe 3. And he wanted to give me more, but the teacher stopped. So now that's in the relator. I mean, not the true. True has been many times. Many the Vietnam or Chinese or Vietnam temples, or they invite again. Because that brings so many people at the temples. So anyway, now. There went many times, so then now not much. So yeah, he saw in the Bananama Lake the incarnation, the little boy running. The way he ran, the local protector is running. Machembomra, I'm not sure the name of the protector, Machembomra owner. So anyway, so like that. So, yeah. For him, daytime with many people, it didn't say anything, but nighttime, alone, so sometimes maybe with the many people, the pollution, I mean, there's all kinds of people, pollution, so maybe I'm not sure. What was the reason I was going to mention something? Forgot. So I think this incarnation was Rinpoche said me. Is the way back, the originator of the incarnation is the one who found Sarame. One who found Sarame College. Not Sarame. I think it's maybe Chanju Bumba. Chanju Bumba or something else who found Sarame College, monastery. So that's the original one. So then his teacher found this present reincarnation was Rinpoche. So that. Okay. So yeah, the Katsure. Yeah, generally, but the Jidang, so the tourist teaching for the sake of all this, just for purely, just for the numberless helpings, hungry animals, that means a number, so numberless everything. See? So the fish in the ocean, that's all kinds of shark and large land mountains, the whales and the small and all kinds. So every single, all the worms and in the ground, and then those small flies. Small when you walk in the grass, those small flies jumping. All those. So then, can you imagine? And then there's the insects, and then there's they live in the bush and trees, and you see, there's a different flower. There's a different flower growing, and I know there's a different. One thing is for environment. You see, like to not cut trees or to flowers or some. Not destroy, because there are different insects living on those trees, those flowers, and there are different flies, different butterflies, different flies who come to enjoy the different flowers. You know, any kind of flower, there are different insects who enjoy that. So therefore, you know, if you destroy those things, then you see what happens. Those animals don't have enjoyment. You destroy the like home or the enjoyment. So how it is like that? Your enjoyment, somebody destroy your enjoyment. You have no enjoyment. How that is? So that it becomes very difficult to survive for you. So similar, this insects. You know, there's some insects. The flies. For using the different flowers. I see the different insects. Different insects in the different flowers. You know, so they enjoy. So this flower has these insects, these flowers, those insects. So this is like that. That's the flies. I see like that. So I see this. Yes. Importance, you know, this is the enjoyment. It's amazing. So that. Then you see the different, like to call a beer, olive oil tree. What olive oil tree? Huh? Eucalyptus, yeah. Live on the eucalyptus tree, for example, you can understand that. That's just one example, but so many other, you know, things that live in the tree, different types of trees, and all that. So, send brings the enjoyment, karma, you know. So that we have been like that numberless times. enjoying the different flowers or different trees, like being those insects, flies, different flies. Numberless times we have been. So anyway, so numberless human beings, different universe, numberless suras, asuras, for everyone to be free from oceans or some sort of suffering, bring to enlightenment by yourself. And therefore they listen to the room of the Essential Nectar. Okay? Yeah. Then also I don't get to say everything. So in the Tibetan, you see, Guru Kunji Giriman, Levar Satan, Semper shoes. Not only motivation, Kunji, even contact or listening, contact, outside contact or listening. There's many contact during the teaching, the listening contact. Kunji, Kunji, remain Levar Satan. So, well, clarifying, remembering, then listen, then Semper shoes, please listen. See, the traditionally, the Lama, so that's it. Okay. Then Dame, Tonjo, Toje, Jende, Jida, Jebegala, Mindawa. Jose, Temetawa, Sukwacha, Tenova, Chinila, Duso, give a chimbolette, the Jugabe, Jintian, something. The thing, the reasons need to enter in the gradual part of the higher capable being. Tadara Rabasuna Namna. Rangi Sebe Trumejan Samjako and Alamisembara than Yetela Jujutamani Magan Tuba Yabonem Rangi Jitra Jabadejin to Tele Chung Associum Tele Chung Associum Tevan Drugunda Drawara Cha. This maybe I translated. So like that, about in the 3 higher trainings, the higher training. So higher training is a refuge, and there's living the training without refuge. This one higher training with the refuge, Buddha Sangha, morality, higher training, morality, higher training, concentration, higher training. Wisdom about in the training, even one wishes to be free from oceans of some sort of suffering, but not thinking the sentient beings suffering in the samsara. Attending yourself to be free from samsara. Your mothers caught in the prison. Caught in prison, then you don't care. Your mother put in the prison, caught in prison, you don't care. In the helpfulness, you don't care. Give it up. You don't walk to help, no concern. Then yourself as much as possible to be free from samsara. So you do not cut from prison yourself as much as possible free from that. But mother being caught in prison, you don't care. You never consent. So like that. So like that, teaching Chunga Tsucho, so like that. So like that, who will do that? So bad, never cared. The mother never cared. Totally careless. And then only yourself alone trying to be free from prison. So how is this? Therefore, I will liberate all the transmigrated beings. So from samsara. So the same Nyambudu. So making the mind equalize. This one is equalizing the enemy friend in exchange. It's equalizing. Da do the gun to the dent and the draw to the gun to nip a manager the da 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 Java da Babilla Jimmy da now on the one day Lentama the Major or message Java Jambazo, Teve Jamazo, Pamba Arjunava Gunja, and again now the Gunda on the day at Amajun, Sudan the Sumbata, and Tomato into Tanda Pama, now the Janser Toma, and not so. Junior Trivia never Java the Penda by and die. Sijia Zatamajana, Changala, no, Tani Channel, Java, Tanjering in the same Kandea, Tanyanga Bamichi, Nava to the Pemba Duani, Kayamitan, the water, so not the needing. Monte da Jurukuna Zawani, Pama, Machi, when the power to 1 year to learn the cha. On us, and you do not ring a marriage of and get you now how to maintain sentence being said in one to mother. On us, and you do not ring a marriage of and get you at them. Sometimes learn the age or cadet you died. Jangle the day, the Jimmy the doing another something. Thomas and get John on the maybe so. The agent has him in the dominate to the Juliet on the by a time in a lot to the Kevakana Matavanga, going to come to ruling at the Padama, never go with Tantia and get Maru to go. Continue to miss one of the young called the Medroat, and the magician down in the Rinpoche in the Shimalanda, but the Mabanda and she so. Chumano Yamato Jesus to go to draw to contact Ma Judo, not city for my sitting measure that to go she did Mashemato, Jundo, Sitem, Mashada. Now, how to maintain remembering the kindness. To go to near one to get Jana, then to them getting India, Tamako and Tawangajiva, Chidana, the General, Dachang the Jonatham Jutukalana, Dalla, Nudo, Basan Jimbudan. Sadon so that Gatim about Penam Agang, Sadon Dalanoto, Bata Jimbudan. Sadon so that Gatim about Sadon Gatim. Penama danger, Nena be Enedum. Dene Jay Dunga Sugave, Nayarangi, Dungalamizam, Brajin, Vajida. Jabara soon where Tomara didn't do, Jabara do, Nababa singing about Renamizan, Drum vision. So when you're born, mother, you see, like found jewel in your hand, like holding jewel in the hand, like that. When after you're born, then holding mother's hand. You know, it's like mother thing, like jewel, holding in the hand, so precious. While they're walking, while they're eating, while they're sleeping, while they're sitting, all the manners, and all the actions to not harm, to help. Try to avoid all the harms, try to do all the benefit, whatever helped. Even though you go through so much pain when you give birth, when the mother gives birth, so incarnate lamas, like for example, young Rinpoche, when he was born, the mother. You see, the mother didn't have any pain, so comfortable in the hospital. So, didn't have any pain, so easy. So incarnate lamas who have so much merit, and when they take birth, when they come out of mother's womb, mother didn't have pain. That's the answer. Not only that, normally it's like that. And also they are. Those are highest beings. I mean, very high developed in Tantra practice, or like that. Even the mother's womb may be a mandala deity, you see, like that. For the child itself, it's a mandala deity. All like that, you see. Those who have very high realization in Tantra. So generally, then unbelievable pain. I saw in the TV. So then the husband had to be there to pat and sort of to make the less pain. I don't know, less pain not, but. So much pain when the baby comes out. Unbelievable. She has to go through that. But now, after 1 year, after you came out, then mother, cherish like witch ground jewel, like witch grounding jewel, like that. So at the beginning, they say when you come out from them. See, it's like that. Toma Junduja, Jabajune, Babasing, Mason Tomami, Penandava, Tamami, Tani, Demesoajim. So can you imagine when you're born, the bird, all the different birds, Then some bird live on the Rocky Mountain, where there's small holes, and then they fly very far to get food, worms, to collect worms, and maybe they're not completely dead, bring mother's swallow, bring them out, and the swallow collect here, then feed the, then you go in the Rocky Mountains and in the nest, you feed all the babies there, mouth open, so big, all the babies there. Then you feed them, maybe the worms, I don't know, the completely, I don't know, but feed them, then you do that every day, But they say at the same time also then, sometimes they show that there are many enemies, hawagas and attack. I mean, the mother went to food, was not sure, come back, I mean. So anyway, you see how the babies are fed, with worms and in the mouth, feed, amazing. I mean, Mother created so much nikama to feed you, to take care of you, as I mentioned, be yesterday, so much. Every day is unbelievable, nikama, by having others, other sentient beings to take care of you. So like that, you can see the kindness. Then they have to suffer. They create so much nikama. One day, even one day like this. So like this. This is the first time like that. You see, that same mother bird created nikama numberless times from beginningless rebirth and suffered. So created much nikama, so suffered from beginningless rebirth, suffered for you. Suffered, even just from that, can't imagine suffered. How much they suffer for you, beginningless rebirth, even just from that. Then you see, in the still feature, they have to suffer on and on. What they collected in the past. As long as you are samsara, then you have to be born through them, then they have to suffer. They have to create nikama again, endless. And then they have to suffer. Not all what nikama would they create future, but the past nikama already they're done. So there's still much suffering. You see, they have to experience on and on. Unbelievable. So like that. Then one bird, I don't know which bird, you must know, come while the mother's away, you come there and then you pull the other egg out. The other egg which was there, pull out, then you put your egg there, then the other mother keep home. But didn't know that it was some of the bird egg. But because look, same egg, so you keep home, then later maybe, then later come out maybe not same bird, different bird. That karma. Some bird had that karma. Lama. Karma. Then you see that those birds, we have been born to those birds numberless times from beginningless rebirth. And those birds pull out other bird egg, pull out, and then they lay the egg there. Then they go away. The other mother take care. So numberless times it was done for you. And I can't imagine that. So, like that. The crocodile. Also, crocodile, the baby, they lay the baby egg, they lay on the, not in the water, above the water. Above the water, they make hole and they lay egg there. And then you see, they don't put the baby immediately in the river, in the lake. I mean, you see, don't put. So what they do is their mouth is very long, crocodile. So what they do is they have water in the mouth. Kind of, their mouth is full of water. Water. Their mouth is very long, you see. So they carry water in the mouth. And the baby, they put the baby inside the mouth. The baby this much. Put how many babies? Put in the mouth. Sometimes they hang outside the tail, so they hang. Then they slowly go inside. Keep this mouth. I don't know for how long, but sometimes they keep it in the mouth. But there's water in the mouth, so to get used of it. You see? So we have been like this number of times. To the crocodiles. We are born to crocodiles. So mother kept it in the mouth. You see, to not get frightened in the big river. So first kept in her mouth with the water. Then after some time, then can go in the water. So like that. So we have been treated like this, but crocodiles being sentenced being crocodile mother to us, and to care like this. Imagine, see whatever they can do, and that. Tenakaina Tian Luju Maduji Shai Traja Jambe Gojit Duze Javadan Duze Bangdu Ji Sinye Navajan Kaiji Mezawai Labe Sajin Nai Puji Somuji Sesame Jija Jambe Mikita Nimi Emene Pejin Zunje Sue Mejuyang Sejibole Jojitani Nali Mara Navadan Dani Shili Mara Shivaza Yune Chibe Padu Jene Jedini Rimindi Narusimite Salutun Rolo Chatu Kodang Judu Sekamajim Chatu Kodang Judu Sekamajim Dedo Gidro Nazarin Ijatumi Pokujabang Mudala Jinso Tamati said the Konamata Cherishing Wayan that young. I heard Washington, you see, in Washington, next to our house, there's another family who has a bird feeding, because of their house or something. I think maybe got a few. So they don't harm to the animals. So the deers they come in their place, and they teach the mother deer mother teach to their daughter or son deer, see, how to run. For example, when the tiger or something, how to do. So even they don't talk, but like human being, but they teach. So you run this way, then suddenly curve, suddenly change. You run this way, then suddenly change, you run this way. So for example, tiger or something, you see, one side you put effort, run. You see, it helps a little bit, I think maybe. Suddenly the deer changes the direction, suddenly go this way, run this way. So it might help a little bit for the tiger, because so much food to go run, so maybe not easy for the tiger to immediately follow. Maybe young. So mother was teaching there. Dear mother was teaching to her child. I don't know, how to run, teaching how to run. And then suddenly because they somebody about to feed her, they help animal, they don't harm. So it's like that, you see. So the sentient beings, being a dear mother, and taught us like that. See? Even to help, when there's the other animal killing you, they have to escape from them. They can't do much, but they teach what they can. Now how to meditate on the repent kindness. So, helping them bring some sort of pleasure. The mother themselves, experiences some sort of pleasure numberless times from beginningless rebirth. So causing them some sort of pleasure alone, that doesn't become really best repaying kindness. The best repaying kindness is to lead them in the happiness of liberation from samsara, the ultimate happiness. That's the best way to repair kindness. Of course, to lead them to enlightenment. Feels happiness, enlightenment. That's best repair kindness. That's even better, best repair kindness. So here it says to lead to happiness of liberation from samsara. So could be also not just samsara, but lower nibbana, you can say that. So it's like that. So sometimes if you sometimes you don't think well, even you heard so much Dharma from his Holiness, you so much Dharma, but with your parents, it's only to cause some side of pleasure, which they experience numberless times. They've been universal king numberless times, and Sura, pleasure, there's numberless times. So that continues to suffer. So they, trying to lead to happiness or liberation, or especially enlightenment. You never do anything. You never do anything your parents. You never do anything, even reciting prayer in front of them. You can sing. It's prayer, limited prayer, but you can sing. Make a nice song, make a nice tune, and then you can sing in front of parents. It doesn't have to be kind of a prayer, I'm doing Buddhism. You can make song. You can make song in the front of them. They think that you're doing song, you're enjoying. Or you are comforting them, and you can do like this. Mantras and yes. So you have to try in many ways what you can to be free from samsara. At least. Then best enlightenment. Whatever way you can help, we must concentrate on that. Just help only pleasure, only this pleasure. You never think Dharma, So this is not new, and there's a number of times some sort of pleasure. To your parents, and you receive teachings from his own numberless times. But you, the parents, you don't think that. You don't think about freedom from samsara. You're not thinking. They need freedom from samsara. You don't think it. You're not doing anything. So, this only causing dislike pleasure, and that's it. And that's new. That number of times. Yeah. So then I can go on large. So it's like that, you see. So poor. So when I mention do something, then I say like that. You see. When I say do this prayer, mantra, chant, sing, you don't think kind of. Yeah, I think it's a total benefiting others. Your parents. You have to think about how to help to prove samsara. You have to pray. Even pray hard to achieve enlightenment. So that's only causing the only pleasure of this life. That's kind of poor, very poor. No thought of real benefit is free from samsara, ultimate, and the enlightenment. So anything. Now how to meditate on loving kindness. So with your parents, there's so many ways, even though they're Christianity, whatever, or don't really know religion, but there's so many ways you can help them. What a way to maneuver skillfulness. You have to do like that. So this life is a chance to help these people. Next life, can't say. Not sure which is real. But this, you're together with these people now. They're your parents. Okay, now you're responsible to help them. So they listen to you. So I remember this. I remembered when third course. On the third third course, Nick nature. Fourth course, Nick's mother came. So she was doing prostration, everybody doing prostration. But touching the head on the floor, this is, 5-limb prostration or full length, I don't know. So you have to touch the forehead on the floor. But Nick's mother only touched Nick's seat, on the Nick's seat, then he touched, not on the floor. I remember, you told me. I still remember that. But Nick's mother died. How many years ago? 5 years? Huh? 9 years. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's very, very good mother. Yeah. After coming back from Kapan, then I think she joined the Melbourne Buddhist group. Buddhist
Society of Victoria.
Yeah, she was a member of that. So she took Lama and me there to speak. So Lama talked a little bit about Four Noble Truths. Is that, do you remember?
I don't think I was there.
Huh?
I wasn't there.
Huh? You know that? As Lama, mother drove the car. I think she expected me to speak, but she expected me to speak, but it was Lama, so Lama's men taught just very little bit to them. Tiamage dena dena tiamage dena de duja paje di jo gawa ma ji sheba nan jan do ma jela duja nyama ga du mu ade je ma je le da me je ndana ta to ade ba de nan ye do ga de wa ro to le ngo ji de jana de da kunya san ji ya da wa chu dan de ju jo wa dan dan je ma da ma je jo wa jin je lo how to mean compassion. Oh, the gent to go to him the Japa de Jew, Miguel Masin, Sheja Meva Molachuna, Pom, and the meeting is ever, then yes, about Virginia or the son of Navetu, he that the Jugama Chandra Soga, Shidama, Manajan, Ajudon, Hamiata the Ligana, Dola, Chipping a Tabuja, Sudasamet, Jet, Natuna, the Duna, Tijo, now how to maintain on the special attitude. Special attitude, not altitude, attitude. Awesome. Lot of good. Atara Sanja Tam Jaya Dunga Da Taja Da Da Taja Nema Juju Nima Molata Nimijoa Atajo Ataka Chakuza De Ginte Tede Magandia the Watu the True Dunga Sakuja Sanja Kunja Dunga Savata Deo Dawatu Wataka Chok De Sanjita Jumana Devato Dungaman de Bania Yamajola Nona Tia Jamata Majibaya Tajun Jurot Nadawatu Damaleva Shibikawata Danya Kunjikama Tamado Gabugo Dag Chambara Chewala Cha. Now the Hatterman June degenerating Bodhicitta. Wana Daniel Shimante Kaja Daya Aminasum Jen, City Lama Trilla Gabugo Jenna. Dara Tanda never name ever much in Kawata Yantuko Kunita, Governor Naima. Maybe I didn't you did my bonnet, Jet, Mama, Jenny Cherishing, Savannah, in the Cherishing. The jet on the Amandola, sing it, and Jenny, Javet, Dama, the Roman. Tendebaya Yamaya, on a Santa Malas, the letter, and I was when you had in the end of Sunday Basile. Shenda Suna, Yamano, Shenatan, Mazaran, the Apando, the about Sunday. Sheme Chena, the Nikando, Jan, Comato, and Gavato, the Nikono, the Nitona, Queen, the Net, the Medicine, Abuja. Sendere, do the good Gavato, the Domanes, the daughter, Jesus, the chicken, young chicken. The gate of the Tunisia. Guye cha gun le jiang song yang zhong tu die yun de jin bei zhu gen jin ne lu wang zhong yin du si zhong de xi nian xi jie chi da men la la die ne bie zi yu san re si ge zi bei yun de chi da men ji pu la chi zi bei su de jin luo gong la chen bei du jie de jie le zhen mi ba ba ru sung chi le chi jie yin le na ni yu me ji gang du ra ba zhu ba da xin de yi jin nu le du gu zhong xin de ba zhen ba zhong 대야 두거라 중중 거지도 무중의 이점이바 지시에서면 제네 받으도 나 이점이도 중 마고마 조대도 나네 라이는 저된 줄라마가 던지다 머리 대야 받도 와전지 내가 니드지니야 다기 뉴와니와 니도야 칭에 등에 되면 거마 지지나도 와다 도바게 되도 Then work general jugo, then now engaging in the six parameters. Adam, no, that's it. Never do gonna tell you a second what then. If you are happy to meditate on the generating thought, bodhicitta, by equalizing and exchange one to others through that. Then what you do, you do the equilibrium meditation, then realizing something being happy mother, remembering kindness, and so as before, preliminary. Then think this. Sada joa tejatane range tenje pamani jira. Deran to the Yawatuna Rangela, Jabba Nerimide, Adani Jabara, Dani Jabara Dundaniji, Tungakunji, Juru, Dani Jabas and Deraniji, Tungakunji Juru Jabadash and the Jabata, Jinda, Jabara Jindi, Dokunji Juru Jiro, Shiago de Adawatini. 대야 군대에 대와진이 밤 대군의 신대에 도발래 중제에서 집이 거바진 이와 군자하는데 돌 중화중 So the cherishing I is the source of all the suffering, source of all the suffering, source of all the problems, all the obstacles of Dharma, to practice Dharma, to achieve realization, up to enlightenment. You know, so the obstacle, that's the main obstacle to benefit others. Numberless. So that's the source of all your suffering. Past life suffering, this life suffering, future life suffering. Future life. Sufferings of the future lives. cherishing I. Then, then sufferings for other sentient beings. Then that causes numberless sentient beings to suffer. That causes yourself or causes numberless sentient beings to suffer. So that. You cherish even one sentient being, insect or person, cherish one sentient being, then there is source of your happiness. There is source of your happiness after enlightenment. Can you imagine? Then there is a source of happiness. You cherish one sentiment, that good heart, or there is source of all sentient beings' happiness. Okay? After enlightenment. You are cherishing one insect, one person, one sentient being, or that is the root of all the happiness, not only yours, but numberless sentient beings, okay? Numberless sentient beings. Including enlightenment. All that. It is mentioned in the Lama Rinpoche's great Bodhisattva. He's only received elaborate teachings from him. So he said in the praise of Bodhicitta, Kaja Manjur Droaji, Rere Dunga, Kunseva, Pentatatu, Jebishi, Chanjo Central Kunawang. Oh, you see? So Bodhicitta is the only one. The sentient beings, your mother, transmigratory beings, including the sky, Kacha Manju Dwai, radiant, so the numberless sentient beings in each realm. So eliminate suffering of each sentient being in each realm. This is totally up to bodhicitta. Comes from bodhicitta. Then, always to receive happiness, peace for each sentient being is up to bodhicitta. To cause is up to bodhicitta. So everyone to be free from suffering. The numberless sentient beings into realm, so to free each one from each sentient being from each suffering realm. That is up to bodhicitta. And causing happiness, peace to numberless sentient beings in each realm, it's up to bodhicitta. That's up to bodhicitta. If you have bodhicitta, then this is what you can do. This is what you can do to numberless sentient beings in each realm. Now you understand how that is the most important practice in everyday life. Don't need to say much. Just from that point, you can see now how that is the most important than anything else in your life. Than anything else in your life. Most important than you are sleeping. I think that looks like telling to me. telling to myself. Like that, you have to understand. Write down in your diary book. Okay. So that's a bodhicitta. Even that, your bodhicitta. If you're bodhicitta, this what you do, what you're able to do. Have numberless sentiments, okay? Up to enlightenment. Numberless sentiments in the hell, numberless sentiments in the hunger cause, numberless sentiments in the animal, numberless sentiments in human being, numberless sura, intermediate, I can cause happiness up to enlightenment. Can you imagine? You see? So you can see how important it is to live the life bodhicitta, to ultimate good heart, benefiting sentiments. So even bodhicitta is, even you don't know bodhicitta, but at least a good heart to live with everybody, with the animals, with the human being, animal, insects, with every sentient being who want happiness, who don't want suffering. So with everyone to live with a good heart. So everybody like good heart. Everybody like to receive benefit. They don't want harm. They don't want to receive harm from you. They want to receive benefit from you. So for example, a sangha, you see they seeing a dog wounded and full of maggots, and then it's unbelievable compassion. Then you cut it. So then you swam it there. And then you see, so Buddha kept teaching the hero common. So from there, numberless sentence bangs, each of the enlightenment. By studying Meditative Buddha's teaching, Srila Abhidhamma Khasadriya Uda Tantra Davesamangalarada Dadajan and Zopa. Maybe Umajan, I'm sure. Srila started up to now. So numberless sentence bangs, each of the enlightenment. So then become Bodhisattva. Tangdara practitioner, all the pressure, numberless. And the Arahat, the Asanga generating great compassion to the dog. You see, it's a Meditative Buddha, but he's such a suffering, wounded dog. You see, the Nikitagama, the Katsuri, one does not fear, right? So it's a Meditative Buddha, but this is what he saw. So in our life, for us, in our life, we see always like this. We don't see Buddha, even it's Buddha. Even it's Buddha, I'm sure many times, was terrible, suffering human being or animal. I'm sure we saw numberless times, we saw so many times. You see, but we don't recognize. Or like the Kasura Bachuk in the lineage, Nabochobo disabled the Tsibua, the monk, as I mentioned there, who the Japama guided to pure Tabakachu, Pure Land, without need die, with the same body. And they become like that. When you, if you're born, if you're able to born Pure Land, Bhaja, you get Pure Land, Tabakaja, then definitely you become enlightened there. So that's one way to, to pray or to born. So of course, many to pray to be born there, but it was many who has a strong bodhicitta, compassion. Then, of course, they pray to be born in hell for sentient beings, to suffer for the sentient being. To be born hell, they pray to be born in hell for sentient beings. So, America, he's been Bajapani director for many years. He was lay. When we invited his own son, but there was nothing, no house. So on the mountain, on the hill, where the Lama's holy bodies were offered fire there. So the son, but did a blessing. That time one snake came out. I don't remember so much, but then yes, I was there. And, so there, then John's family was living in the three tipis, three posts, and then tent, and then they live in the jungles. So this John said to him. So anyway, he was a big bug monk. I don't remember what he said. I asked him to be a monk. I don't remember. So anyway, become monk, and a long time. I think when he was lay, I think. And then now he's living in Washington, Peninsula, helping the house and all that. He built the room for retreat up there on the hill. So I asked him one time, maybe 2 years. So praying to be born in the Pure Land. And then he says, why you go to Pure Land? Why go to Pure Land? He says he wants to be born in the suffering world to help sentient beings. He wanted to be born, didn't say lower realm, but he said suffering world. Why you go to Pure Land? He says, why go to Pure Land? He wanted to be born in the suffering world to help others. So that's very good idea. Because Pure Land can be selfish. Much of the time it can be selfish. So I want happiness. So they say that kind of it's kind of fit for Western idea, sort of. Day and night, I want happy. When I can be happy, I want to be happy. Same as the Tibetan style. When I can be happy, 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 when I can be happy. So that idea. So John said that I was impressed by his comments. I don't know John what. I don't remember his name. He said that I was impressed. His motivation. That's very good. So good. So good. Yeah. Then, of course, more developed compassion. Then to be born in hell. As I said yesterday, but the Bodhisattva, you see, to achieve nirvana, blissful state of peace for yourself, that's like, it's like toilet paper, used toilet paper, not unused, a used toilet paper, with a caca on that, that my example. But in the teachings, you spit it, you snort, you spit it, and then stone that you got spit, so like that, blissful state of peace for yourself, liberation for yourself. So it's like that, untouchable. Oh, that. Then to be born in the hell, so it's so incredible. For the Buddhists, so happy, most happy about to be born in hell for supper, for sentient beings. So happy. That's kind of nectar, drinking nectar also. I don't know. The example is a swan going to a swimming pool or some, going to the beach or some, somebody who worked so hard and every day, and, maybe for many years, so could not, didn't have freedom to go to the beach, now coming to the beach. It's all about that, you see. So happy also that, I don't know whatever the individual persons are most exciting, happy. And it's so, wow, to be born in the hell for sentient, to benefit of sentient. So this is greatest happiness for Bodhisattva, because cherishing sentient so much, cherishing, sentient, so compassion to sentient, because that. So you enjoy the held person to experience for sentient being. So as I mentioned yesterday, so I mentioned here anyway. Besides big service for other sentient beings, besides big service, bring them to enlightenment, bring them to even free from samsara, liberation from samsara, and they even bring in their happiness in the future lives, bringing them in happiness of the future lives, and even temporary happiness of this life. Future life is temporary happiness, but even short pleasure this life is, even small pleasure this life. Whatever you can help. For example, you see somebody, you didn't do a mistake, but somebody complained to you, you did the mistake. And instead of clarifying in the office or court or somewhere, you see, instead of, I didn't do, that person did, that person did the mistake. I didn't do. Or you know somebody did. Or that person, I didn't do. Instead of that, then you see all the problem, punishment, whatever, it goes to others. So then you see you don't get punishment or kind of free. So instead of that, you see, instead of that, you happily accept. You offer victory to others. You take the loss or the adverses. For instance, says, out of jealousy, dala shinje tadoge, shigula so meripi. Something you didn't do, but other people complain you did. And then that time you take the loss, offer the victory to others. So then you see, what you are punished, whatever, you take the bad name on you, you offer the victory to, so the other person don't get punishment, whatever the bad thing don't get. So all like that, you see, exchange. I mean, you see, offer victory. You take the loss, offer the victory to others. So like that, example. That is totally opposite to what the world people, countries, world people do. So that would be, that would be self-chasing thought, with the ignorance and with the attachment. So example like that, So one time Genchamba Ongde had to go to Dalhousie. So he came down. I think there was, and he came down, but Padangkot, I think late night. So the Tibetan restaurant, there's, I didn't see for so many years. So the outside there, Indian shops, Indian shops outside in the road. So I don't know what happened. So they I don't know, something disturbed, and they all kind of sort of scream or fight or something. Then the upstairs people, the Tibetan restaurant or the upstairs people, they got disturbed, and they put water through the window outside. So downstairs people over them, they throw water or something. So they fight. Upstairs people and they downstairs in the street, the shops, because they sell material things daytime. So they fight. So anyway, again, someone went upstairs in the Tibetan restaurant. So after some time, the police came. Police, this Geshe-la explained to me. Police came, took Geshe-la. They thought it was due to Geshe-la, and the police took Geshe-la in prison. And then police took Geshe-la prison. After a few minutes, they discussed. They found out there's nothing true with the Geshe-la. And then they asked Geshe-la to leave. So Geshe-la raped her. Geshe-la asked, may I can stay in prison? He asked. He asked, may I can stay in prison? He asked him, but they didn't allow him to stay in prison. He asked if I can stay in prison, but they didn't allow. So that's the those are real torture, lojong, real lojong, all like that. So, so anyway, you see, all your happiness from beginningless rebirth, now, happiness now, happiness future lives up to enlightenment, happiness up to future life. How's that? Future life happiness up to enlightenment. Yours, of yours. All come from your good karma, your virtuous mind, your good karma. Your good karma is Buddha's action, holy action. Buddha has two holy actions. One is among the Buddhas possessed by the Buddha's omniscience, and one Buddha's action is within us sentient beings. One Buddha's action is within us sentient beings. So our good karma is Buddha's action. So therefore, the good karma, Buddha's action, came from Buddha. Buddha came from Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva came from Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta came from great compassion. Great compassion is generated. Great compassion is generated. Great compassion is generated by depending on sufferings, by the kindness of the suffering beings. Compassion is generated due to the suffering of sentient beings. So without the suffering of sentient being, there's no great compassion arising. Without great compassion, there's no bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, there's no bodhisattva. Without bodhicitta, there's no bodhisattva. Without bodhisattva, there's no Buddha. Without Buddhas, there's no good karma, Buddha's action. Then without good karma, there's no happiness from beginningless rebirth for you. There's no happiness of all the future lives up to enlightenment. So you have no happiness in the past, the future, present life. You have no happiness. Temporary, ultimate, peerless happiness, nothing. So, therefore, all your happiness from beginningless rebirth up to now, and your happiness up to enlightenment, future, then even the happiness in the dream, even though when you're tired, and the cool air passes through, and you feel pleasure, even that small pleasure, when the cool air passes through your head, through you, you feel cool, and you feel kind of pleasure. So even small pleasure like that. So all come from the sentient being. For example, whom you call the enemy, so whom you hate, or who hate you, or whom you hate, that enemy, you see, or your happiness, past, present, future, all up to that, all come from, received from that person. So this is the kindness of the person. Wow. Kindness of that person, wow, like a limitless sky. Wow, like limitless sky. Kindness of that person, like limitless sky. Kindness of that person, whom you call enemy. So the whom you call enemy is because the person got angry to you, or a person whoever looking with the eye to you, or whoever saying the words, some disrespectful words or something, then you call enemy, you see? That's nothing. But you look at the kindness. Amazing, but the kindness, like limitless sky. The kindness. See? So like that, every sentence bang. That's all like that. Every 6 rhythms, every sentence bangs. Even the enemies like that. Every sentence bangs. Like limitless sky and the kindness. Kindness. So kind. So the enemy, if you cherish, there's enlightenment. If you cherish that person, whom you call enemy, there's enlightenment. You achieve enlightenment. That gives enlightenment. That person gives you enlightenment. If you don't cherish, there's no enlightenment. So what the difference? What the difference is? Big differences. Cherishing and not cherishing makes you huge. Not cherishing, then all the suffering. See? No enlightenment. The limitless quality, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha is a limitless quality of Holy Body, Holy Spirit, Holy Body. You achieve. Then you achieve whole path. So, you don't cherish, then only suffering to you and sentient beings. Or you do it only suffering to others. So like that, huge difference, cherishing and not cherishing, even one person, even one sentient being, insect. So like this, that's now all sentient beings so precious, unbelievable precious. So therefore now, even small help. You see somebody accuse you to offer the victory to others. to take the loss, and you're so happy for you to do that, to offer the big truth to others. So anything like this, so, you know, it is insect kind of, like often advice. In the water, fell down, or attacked by an ant or insect, or fall in water, having difficulties, then you rescue from that, or attacked by ants or by animals, or they have, or we can, so small things like that. Whatever you can every day, whatever you can do, every small things. So important, because the value of, because of how precious it is. Others. So even your small help to others, so important for you. You understand? Oh, so precious. And this is where all the Buddha comes from. From where all the Buddha, they would say, all the and the Lord Nibbana. Buddha came, Dharma came, Sangha came. So, the most precious, you see. So, so offer every small service, whatever you can do. So, you see, it's so important. Every small service. It's so precious, so important, for you. So you know how that precious. You understand? Oh, so that's that. Yes, that's sorry. Okay. This is what you think. Oh, this is what you should realize. This is the everyday awareness, mindfulness. Mindfulness, most important, mindfulness, most important. Yeah, we should wake up with this, we go to bed with this awareness. We should live this awareness, mindfulness, to not harm, to offer happiness. So great things then, not less but then future life happens. Then there's some liberation, samsara, then ultimate happiness, or the enlightenment. Okay, yeah. So that's so. Then you see, if we able to live mindfulness in this everyday life, then our life will be so beneficial. Everyday life, so beneficial. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, east, west, north, south, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, so your life is, whatever you do, whatever you do, you are working for, you are doing for sentient being, not for you, or doing for numberless sentient beings. So then you say, then worthwhile to come this course, worthwhile to attend this course, so able to live the life mindfulness in that. After coming with this course, then so worthwhile you attend this course. That besides understanding emptiness, okay, that's most important. Okay, next, yes, this one. Xiang Huan de Deva Jinima to consider the Sidang Shibika Jinima Kujan to the Juaza, Dona Chi Namna, Yizam Dua, Baloja, the Juaza, Sejama, Tuna Shinda, Javat, Poto de Koanima, the Juan, Donarani, Jabat, and Debo Gajin. Teji Dungana Emizana Jeba Rani Jebatin the Pogas Dara Chusemi to National Jemazana Gozo. Tevada Gamagata Dungakuna de Jutam Jetaga and Dago Dungajuda the Tongan practice. Dara Negata the exchange wanted. Dara Negata the to the Gamaka, Javatan to what the element to what about the danger. You don't going to chamba the Lovican by giving up. I say by giving up your body, world and the merits and cause all the happiness to others. Then with the argument on the compassion, and then by taking all their suffering. So taking all their suffering with compassion, all their suffering cause non-virtue. So the suffering, the place, everything. Then they generate special attitude and generating bodhicitta like before. Then the sixth parameter, like the sixth parameter, then how to hold sumata or the last treasure. Then kind of. Beji Jamento Dog rolling the Jamba Dea Sanjin the Metapapa Ya Drugananda Shanla Je Para Jo. Oh, did all the past, the best and best I made to cross my throat. I was numberless sentiment, numberless Buddhas, met the bodhicitta, pressure toward England. Be generated in the heart of all the sentient beings who have been 1 month of mother, kind from beginningless birth, and because not on Dharma, not on Karma, that is with the ignorance, with the anger. And the attachment, what the goes on there. Oh, to carry all the so every day so much in the grammar, day night so much in the grammar, everything became what to carry, there was so much in the grammar. So suffered from beginning birth up to now, slowly suffer in the future, but without end, this suffering, samsara without no end. Then again, yourself being samsara, continuously without practicing Dhamma, without realizing emptiness, all like that. Then you see, then they have to suffer. They have to born through them. They suffer, creating negative karma like pass through the suffer, negative karma and suffer. Oh, therefore, they generated now the bodhicitta in all their heart, all the sentient beings, the general bodhicitta in all their heart, and so important. General bodhicitta in the heart of the sentient beings in the universe, general bodhicitta in the heart of all the sentient beings in America, including President Trump. And the general bodhicitta, all the people coming to the FPMT centers in America, general bodhicitta in the heart of all the members, all the staffs of the center, and general bodhicitta in the heart of all the students and those who rely upon my promise prayer for whose name is given to me. Whose name is given to me, then bodhicitta to be generated and all that. And then the sentient being who see me, touch me, remember me, think of me, who hears my name, who would mention my name, or see photos and dreams, and bodhicitta to be generated in their heart immediately. And then bodhicitta to be generated in all of our heart here, including our family members who are already dead. Including even dead, the living ones, and even not only yourself, even your family. So like that, should pray like this to everyone. Then then in the heart that second, then those hard bodhicitta generally may be increased bodhicitta and achieving enlightenment as quick as possible. The last one, did all the past, present, future, marriage, collected by me, through the marriage, collected by numberless sentiments, numberless Buddhas. Which do not exist from its own side. It's all empty from its own side. And I who do not exist from its own side, and totally empty from its own side, I achieve the Buddhahood, which do not exist from its own side, totally empty from its side. They lead all the sentient beings who totally empty from the side. Little that Buddhahood which do not exist, totally empty from its own side. By myself alone, who do not exist from its own side. Totally empty from its own side. Jaman Bhavijita Jambado Kunda Sambhati the Kunji Jitandala Jingavati Jatan Jiradungo, Nijibi Javatam Jiji. Gana to the Nawayeta gave Tikin Samatu Ratongo Shiji Javo Tonga to the Namba the Gijism. Sunjamale Tawara Show, Tata Singa to the Vetonia Latan Jawala Tantava Tamba Jure Benjuru. Jump there, the Javata Jambayang Tabas, and Namana Javala Jazz, until Zamba Gunda Zambala Jazz, that Domesdeva, our Botan Swam, Durazami, that Domesdeva, Botan Swam, Durazami, that Domesdeva, our Botan Swam, Durazami, that Domesdeva, our Botan Swam, Durazami, Tayatom Bezidava, Avadan Swam, Durazam, Zoa, Tayatom Bezidava, Avadan, Durazam, Zoa, Tayatom Bezidava, Avadan, Durazam, Zoa, Tayatom Bezidava, Avadan, Durazam, Zoa, Jumdan, Java, Jamayang, Mingela Buju, Javala Chazola, Javata, Jamantaba, Guatamulanta, Javala Chazolo, Major Seja, Javela, Tandaloa, maybe Jamada, Dagela, Tabe, to Jenanda, Mamben, Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so good night. Thank you very much.
Chosong wele mondun ro moda son
Rinpoche Kundu Shanen Sho.
So precepts at 5:45. Otherwise, if you're not taking them, you should be here by 6.
Quick announcement. Any teachers, SPCs or center directors that are hosting Discovering Buddhism tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. in the upstairs by the Starbucks. Venerable Joan and I would like to have a quick meeting with you. Thanks.
What did you say? He said he was a meeting at 2:30. Yeah,